Right, we're back at it again. We've got this thing painted from last time. Pretty much all that's changed. What we've got to do now is find some metal that'll fit on here. And at first I had thought, you know, I've got the perfect piece right here. Just a piece of sheet metal. Thought, alright, well, slap this on like this somewhat. It's not exactly long enough. Yeah. If I'm going to use this piece of metal to fill in this gap here, first I gotta get the die grinder and cut this right here. Yeah, I think I can just slip this piece to the inside here, kind of rest on here, maybe come to about here-ish. I don't know, I'll figure it out. I gotta grab the die grinder first. Gimme, 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 gimme. Alright, let's make some sparks, my favorite. Okay, well, I guess I got my piece. You know what? I'm not going to question it. What I will do is figure out how to get this thing to shape on here. You know, I bet you if I put it in the vice grip, I can probably just bend it, slot it back in the fender, you know, come back and forth, and then we should be good from there. Put it in the fender, and then figure out what the right bend. Huh? I swear, every time I look away, something else on this truck gets done. Wait a second. I just had an idea. So, the next step that I definitely need to do is put the supercharger in. Yeah, that's what I gotta do. Or... Come on. Oh, damn. Come on. What the fuck? Yep, that's right. We're back again with another restoration video on my 2003 Dodge Durango. And yes, I am aware that it has been a month since the last video, but how about you try restoring a car? Huh? How about that? No? You don't want to? No? Too big of a task for your tiny, inconsistent human brain? It's not as easy as you might think, okay? I mean, look at this right here. Adam is literally having to mutilate a Home Depot barrel so that we can get enough metal to replace the original stuff that we had to remove because it was roached. And meanwhile, you might have noticed me in the background looking confused as all hell as I attempt to prep the area surrounding the old fender to be welded once we eventually get enough metal to the proper shape. Hey, wait, do you hear music? Hey, no, don't start a time lapse. I'm still talking. Anyway, once I was finished with that, it was time to paint the pieces of metal that we did have finished. Now, even though eventually the edges would need to be sanded down to bare metal for a proper weld, I wanted to get as much paint on them as I could before we put them on the truck. That way the inside of the fender would still have a protective layer of paint, because it would be next to impossible to paint the inside of that metal after we had gotten them on the truck. We then began the incredibly tedious task of shaping the metal to fit the fender line. Now, this wouldn't be too bad if we didn't have to not only curve the metal downwards, but up along the side of the fender as well. Anyone who has worked with metal knows that bending a piece on two different axes in the same spot is practically impossible without cutting it. And those of you who haven't worked with metal, I just told you that, So now you know, and you can stop complaining. You know who you are. Evidently, because we live in Michigan, there was also a rather sizable hole in the front right firewall, which I'm sure you've noticed unless you're completely blind. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure that cleaning your passenger wow, I'm having a stroke. I'm pretty sure that cleaning your passenger side carpet from the bottom of the car wasn't an extra feature offered by Dodge. So, dividing and conquering, Adam left me to have a mental breakdown doing geometry on a piece of metal, and he cut to size and shaped 2 other pieces to nicely fit over the firewall. Since the metal I was working on was much larger, Adam decided to tackle the spare tire while I was over there struggling with my piece. And as all things that we do, nothing went wrong. It was flawless. Don't panic, this stuff isn't semen, it's just incredibly old and halfway dried out rust treatment that has to be put onto this tire before it can be painted. Now if you're asking yourself why that is, then for the love of God, use some common sense. Did you even look at the tire? My local clinic diagnosed it with shingles, and there's only so much sanding can do. So after hours of sanding, more sanding,
wire brushing, more sanding,
crying, genocide, we finally get to the satisfactory part of the tire.
Cameron, you forgot the beginning of it.
What do you mean?
You forgot when we killed the family of 5 and stole the
Oh,
tire.
right, of course. The murder that led to the acquiring of this tire.
It's like unwrapping a Christmas present.
Okay, so I did just get done looking. I couldn't find the second piece of metal that goes there, so you're probably gonna have to just cut and make a new one. Sorry.
You know what? Screw this.
Oh, what the?
What?
How did you? But
What?
it's night, and you put the.
What?
What? Look! All the metal's on!
Okay, what's next?
What? I'm gonna go get the Bondo. Okay, yeah, no, I don't care. I don't want to know. I'm gonna go get the Bondo to make that look nicer. I don't even know what you're doing. I'm lost. With the tire done, we also finished this from welding. We got the Bondo on and painted it. In between that, there was a lot of Bondoing, sanding, then more Bondoing, more sanding, and then even more Bondoing and even more sanding, crying, tears, sadness.
Losing half your lungs.
Losing your lungs as well, that happened. But it's on there. And down here, it doesn't look pretty, but again, that's going to be covered up by, where did it go? That right there, the plastic fender well. The line is about here, but as long as this all looks smooth, that's fine. And, you know, the whole truck's going to be repainted anyway, so I'm just going to leave that as primer, and we'll call it good. And with that, there's another 3 days worth of work put into a measly 10-minute video. Yeah, what was 10 minutes for you guys was 3 days for me, so if you liked the video, you should definitely subscribe to the channel for more, and I will see you in another month. Or a week. or tomorrow, or a year. Who knows at this point. Okay, bye!